Good afternoon, traders. This is Tony D from the EasyMarkets dealing room here in Sydney. Update for you today. We've finally got a chosen direction here for the US dollar. After mucking around above 95, it looks like it's failed now on its topside test. We are back underneath 95 and under pressure. And this is opening up some opportunities in terms of market movements. Seeing the euro on the way back up in its range, the Aussie on the way back up in its range, gold testing its downtrend for the first time in a long time. And you're seeing a little bit of relief coming through on the pound, and some relief on the Kiwi for the first time in a little while. But the dollar index falling here does open the door for the range to continue. So on the downside, looking at 94, and topside, anything above 95, 95.20 seems to be the topside action at the moment. And it's all led by the euro and dollar yen to some extent, but dollar yen's having trouble getting past that 111 level overnight. A little bit stubborn in its track down. This is generally the case when you do have risk on, and stock markets are strong, so it is harder for the yen to be sold aggressively. But there's a definite shift in the underground current there for what's going on with the yen. Generally, you would have had in the last couple of weeks, dollar yen super strength with the stock market reversal, 1,500 points in the Dow, and the Fed being hawkish, and dollar index above 95. But dollar yen couldn't muster a rally and was sold gently throughout most of the days. And this is on the back of subtle changes from the BOJ that seems to be opening up the debate about whether the end of QE and the end of the dovish attitude by the BOJ is among us, and from here there's only one way, and that's more hawkish BOJ over time. So the yen is struggling under that, the main catalyst being that the 10-year bonds are grinding higher and the yields in Japan are moving for the first time, and that's really important when it comes to trading. If there's something acts weird and you're not sure why it's not performing as it used to, then something's changed fundamentally, and in this case it's the bond market, which implies what the monetary policy of Japan is going to be in the future, which is high interest rates for the first time in as long as I can remember. Now in terms of data and releases, we did have trade balance from China, another solid return. I had a huge trade surplus with the US. That's probably going to get Trump talking later tonight. You've had the RBA low come out, speaking a little bit about housing prices here in Australia, and the natural rate of interest rate here in Australia, suggesting it might be dropping, which is a very similar argument a lot of central bankers have been making in the last couple of years, and that's it's very important for where we end up on the top end for interest rates when you start hiking rates. So there was, for a long time, 5% was our sort of target bench rate. 5% is where we'll sit comfortably when things are humming along well in Australia. Now, if the natural interest rate is dropped, and that means that the RBA has less rate hikes to do. So on the long-term basis, that's actually pretty bearish for the Aussie dollar, and maybe the next swing high you wouldn't get as high as above parity next time. If the interest rates are dropping down, you might only get to 95 or 90 on the next swing high in the Aussie dollar in the next few years. So it's something to keep an eye on, because it is an important thing for longer term players, but it's not so important. We're not even talking about raising rates just yet. And so the RBA's got a little bit of time on its hands, and definitely seems to be indicating as well they're very, very patient with the current market. And so there's no inclination yet about when in 2019 they will be raising. All right, so best of luck with your trading today. If you want to have a chat a bit deeper about some of the crosses, or what this US dollar is doing right now, what's driving the gold as well, give us a call back and we'll have a chat. And if you're not a member of the easyMarkets dealing room, you can sign up on the link below, and someone will call you to assist you with opening your account so you can get some assistance.